Welcome to a new episode of the Soul Journals, where we embark on another unforgettable journey. Today, we step into a land unlike any other, a place where ancient traditions breathe through the mountains, where spirituality is woven into everyday life, and where time seems to stand still. For centuries, this mystical kingdom remained hidden from the world, guarding its heritage with unwavering devotion. Even when it finally opened its doors in the 1970s, it did so on its own terms, protecting its culture, its environment, and its way of life. But what truly sets this nation apart is its unique approach to life. Dubbed the happiest country in the world, it is the only nation that measures progress not by GDP but by cross national happiness. Here, happiness isn't just a concept, it's a way of life deeply rooted in spirituality, community, and harmony with nature. There are no bustling crowds, no towering skyscrapers, only prayer flags dancing in the wind, monks chanting in the centuries old monasteries, and valleys echoing with stories of a bygone era. This is a land where tradition meets tranquility, where every step feels like walking through a living legend.
And did you see snow?
Welcome to Bhutan. Our journey to Bhutan began with a scenic train ride through the heart of North Bengal. We boarded the Vista Dome tourist train from Jalpaiguri to Hasimara, a route known for its breathtaking landscapes and lush greenery. As the train rolled through the countryside, we were surrounded by endless stretches of tea gardens, dense forest, and misty hills. The panoramic windows of the Vista Dome made sure we didn't miss a single moment of nature's beauty. The train itself was surprisingly empty, clean, and incredibly spacious, giving us plenty of room to soak in the views. With Hasimara as our next stop, we were now one step closer to the land of the Thunder Dragon, Bhutan. But for now, we were simply enjoying the journey. After reaching Hasimara, the next leg of our journey began. From here, you can easily get a taxi to Jaigaon, the border town of India, which takes about 30 to 40 minutes. Since our travel from Hasimara was covered by our tour package, our driver was already waiting to pick us up. As we arrived in Jaigaon, known as Phuntsholing on the Bhutanese side, we met our guide, who assisted us in crossing the border and completing all the necessary formalities. Our Bhutanese travel agency had already arranged our 10-day Bhutan travel permit, making the process smooth and hassle-free. And now it was time for a warm welcome from our wonderful and kind guide, Mr. Tashi. Mr. Tashi welcomed us with open arms and guided us so warmly through his beautiful homeland, making us feel like a part of Bhutan rather than just visitors. His deep knowledge and heartfelt storytelling gave us a profound insight into Bhutan's rich culture, heritage, and way of life. With all the formalities completed, we were finally ready to start our journey to Thimphu, the heart of Bhutan. Excitement was in the air as we left the bustling border town behind and made our way into the serene landscapes of the land of Thunder Dragon. I could already feel the freshness and purity in the air. The hustle and bustle of the border faded behind us, replaced by a calm, almost meditative atmosphere. The temperature started to drop as we ascended into higher altitudes, and with every turn, the landscape became more and more mesmerizing. A few hours into our journey, we stopped at a local restaurant to experience something truly Bhutanese. Suja or butter tea. Unlike regular tea, this one was creamy, slightly salty, and rich, the perfect way to keep warm in the chilly weather. After 5 hours of breathtaking landscapes, peaceful valleys, and quiet reflections, we finally arrived in Thimphu, and it was finally time to check into our hotel in Thimphu, which was arranged by our travel agency. This was a cozy 3-star property perfect for a comfortable stay. Our room was warm and inviting, complete with room heating to keep us cozy in the chilly weather. The washroom was spacious, clean, and even had floor heating, something we truly appreciated in the cold climate. Overall, I would highly recommend this hotel if you are planning a trip to Thimphu. It's comfortable, peaceful, and offers great service. I have added all the details in the description box below, so be sure to check it out. Our second day in Thimphu started a bit roughly, as Anshuman wasn't feeling well. The high altitude had started taking its toll, and he was feeling nauseous, feverish, and weak. Our guide quickly suggested visiting the Indo-Bhutan Friendship Hospital, so we made our way there. The moment we stepped in, we were amazed. Unlike the usual chaos of hospitals, this one felt incredibly peaceful, almost like a retreat. The surroundings were calm, the hospital was spotlessly clean, and the entire place was so well managed that it hardly felt like a medical facility. We didn't have to wait in line since tourists are given priority here. What truly surprised me was the sight of doctors sitting outside on a bench under the sun, something I had never seen before. And the best part, medical expenses are completely free for both Bhutanese citizens and tourists. After a quick consultation, the doctor prescribed some medication and advised Anshuman to rest. So we returned to the hotel, ensuring he got the care he needed while we continued our Thimphu exploration. Our first destination was the great Buddha Dordenma, an awe-inspiring 42-meter tall Sakyamuni Buddha statue seated on a 20-meter tall throne. This magnificent structure, made of bronze and gilded in gold, symbolizes peace, prosperity, and spiritual enlightenment for the world. Inside the statue, there are 125,000 small Buddha statues, each also made of bronze and covered in gold, creating an overwhelming sense of divinity and serenity. Just beside Buddha Point, there is a meditation hall, offering visitors a tranquil space to reflect and find inner peace. Standing at this spot, surrounded by prayer flags and breathtaking views of Thimphu city, I could feel the deep spiritual energy of Bhutan. No wonder this place is a must visit for both tourists and locals looking for peace amidst the beauty of nature. Our next stop was Changangkha Lhakhang, a temple just in front of our hotel. It is one of the oldest temples in Bhutan and holds great spiritual significance. Parents bring their newborns here to receive their names from the temple's resident astrologers, who base the names on the child's birth, date, time, and astrology. Inside the temple houses a striking 11-headed statue of Lord Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva of compassion. However, photography is not allowed inside and visitors are required to dress appropriately out of respect here. Temple is perched on a small hillock, requiring a small climb of about 50 steps, but the reward is a stunning panoramic view of Thimphu town. I saw many families with young children seeking blessings, adding to the temple's warmth and peaceful atmosphere. The crisp mountain air, the prayer wheels spinning gently in the wind, and the deep sense of faith made this visit truly special. Nestled in the serene hills of Bhutan lies the Takin Preserve, home to the country's national animal, the takin, a creature as unique as Bhutan itself, with the face of a goat and the body of a cow. It wanders this lush forest, embodying the wild spirit of the Himalayas.
And my name is Tashi. So we are standing here inside this beautiful preserve called Takin Preserve Center, which is located outskirts of Thimphu, just 10 minutes drive from Thimphu town. In the wild, up in the north Bhutan, they are like almost near extinct. So that's why, the government has decided to build this beautiful preserve so that they can produce offsprings, and then thereby they can release it back to the wild, and they can populate the northern region of Bhutan. So Takin was said to have been created by this famous Mahasiddha called Drukpa Kunlek, aka the famous divine madman. So one time he was invited for lunch or dinner by one of his benefactor. So during that time he was served with goat's meat and a beef. So what he did was that he was there. Then people were teasing him, saying that if you are really a accomplished, enlightened master, could you do something so that we could believe? So what he did was he simply stuck the goat's head onto the body of the cow's body, and then he snapped the finger, saying that you old poor soul. Now you graze, go high up in the mountain and graze in the alpine meadows up in the Himalayas. And instantly this creation, woke up and stood up, and then it ran up to the mountains. And that's the story of creation of the Takin. And later on, it became our.
Ridhan had an unforgettable time feeding these gentle beings, connecting with nature in the purest way. Seeing these magnificent creatures up close, their curious eyes meeting his, was an experience he won't forget. Moments like this make travel so special, allowing kids to connect with nature in the most beautiful ways. The Takin Preserve was established to protect this endangered species. Originally kept in a zoo, the animals were later released into the wild, but instead of leaving, they stayed near the city, leading the government to create this natural sanctuary. Today, this preserve provides them with a safe habitat while allowing visitors to observe them closely. Visiting the preserve is a peaceful and educational experience. A well maintained trail leads visitors through the lush greenery, offering stunning views of the Thimphu Valley. Along the way, you might also spot other Himalayan wildlife such as deer and rare birds. Bhutan's commitment to conservation is quite evident here. The country follows a strict philosophy of environmental preservation, and the Takin Preserve plays a crucial role in educating people about Bhutan's rich biodiversity. And amidst this green sanctuary, there is even a quaint coffee shop, because what's better than a warm cup of coffee in the lap of nature?
This one is traditional house.
Oh, that's why so beautiful.
A model of traditional house.
Our next stop took us high above the city to Sangaygang Viewpoint. At 2,685 meters, this spot offers a breathtaking bird's eye view of Thimphu town, cradled by rolling hills and distant peaks. Whether in the early morning mist or as the city lights twinkle at dusk, this place carries an undeniable charm, a perfect pause to soak in the beauty, breathe the crisp mountain air, and simply be in the moment. As we stepped into Zilukha Nunnery, time seemed to slow down. The air was filled with peace, the distant hum of Buddhist prayers resonating through the temple walls. Home to around 60 nuns, this is the largest nunnery in Bhutan. a sacred refuge of devotion and tranquility. Surrounded by tall cypress trees and prayer flags fluttering in the wind, the nunnery exudes tranquility. The sound of nuns chanting prayers and spinning prayer wheels creates a meditative atmosphere, making it a perfect retreat from the city's bustle. Visitors can walk around the monastery, observe the daily rituals, and even interact with the nuns to learn about their way of life. Inside the temple, photography is not allowed, but some moments are best captured in the heart. Sitting there, listening to the rhythmic chanting, I felt something shifting, like the weight of the world growing lighter, replaced by an overwhelming sense of stillness and gratitude. Though the day began on a tough note, the beauty, spirituality, and warmth of Bhutan made everything feel lighter. This journey was more than just exploring, it was about experiencing Thimphu's soul. From the grandeur of Dordenma Buddha to the serenity of Changangkha Lhakhang, the wild beauty of the Takins to the panoramic views of Thimphu, and the spiritual embrace of Zilukha Nunnery, each moment revealed a deeper truth. That travel is not just about seeing but feeling, not just about moving but awakening. And as we left the nunnery, one thought remained. In Bhutan, you don't just explore the land, you discover a piece of yourself.